She wants to reconcile. I am not a heartbreaker, struggling with this. She wants to reconcile. I am not a heartbreaker, struggling with this. My wife and I have been separated for 8 months now. Early 30s, no kids. 4 months ago, I was pleading with her to come back to me and for us to make it work. She refused. And in so many words expressed that she thought divorce was the best option. What drove us apart was a combination of very different visions for the future and a failed brunch swinging attempt by her that she would never admit to what they had proved off. I reached at this mental point of no return and realized that my self-respect was a principle which I would not betray, no matter how much I love her. I resigned myself to the fact that long-term, I had chosen poorly and my partner had gotten married too young, and that she left the type of integrity she's a cheater that I expect in a partner. We got along so well as friends, roommates, and travel partners, and I still care about her so much, but I also respect the man in the mirror and know that I can do better and deserve better. I never cheated. Not once. Ever. Doesn't make me husband of the century. And I had my failures, but I also never disrespected our marriage like she did. Her betrayal killed me inside, and I couldn't move past that. My battle now is that she has changed her tune to that of contrition and is begging for a second chance. She wants to atone for the wrongdoing, Shastan, and says she's grown so much during our separation. She wants to be a great wife, take care of me, and be great to me. I had to break her heart and I did so gently. But I told her that it wasn't going to happen, and that I wasn't moving on. She is distraught. It's killing me. I feel horrible. Like, I'm throwing away what could be a defining point in our relationship where everything turns around for the better. But that voice inside me that is essentially my self-respect and my gut instinct tells me to stay the course and end this. I believe in principles of her feelings, and right now I feel like she's drowning at sea, and I'm too stubborn to throw her a lifesaver. I made so much progress after living in a pit of despair and depression months ago. I've dated, seeing how wonderful being single can be, and I'm making steady progress towards the bright future. How I do navigate this and stay the horse. Seeing her again will undo all of my progress, and I can't deal with any more pain. I just want to move forward, but I don't want her to live in despair. Maybe I'm too soft. Anybody who can offer wisdom would be a hero to me right now. Thank you. You are not the heartbreaker. She is. She chose to throw away your relationship when she disrespected your marriage. Cheating will always be a deal breaker to me. It's not the physical act, it's the ultimate disrespect to me and the relationship. Go with your gut. It's time for you to move on with your life. The fact that you can look at this rationally and without emotions just shows that you know it is the right decision. I was always told when you can detach yourself enough from the situation and not feel emotion for it, then you know it's right. Of course, you don't want her to despair. At one point, this was the woman you thought you would spend the rest of your days with. It will hurt for a long time thinking of her hurt, but it is no longer your issue. That just shows your compassion that you can know you need to move on with your life, and still be concerned about hers. She needs to work on her own issues, why she cheats, etc. Most likely she has moved through the affair fog and is now regretting her decision. She has to live it now, though. She doesn't get to have it both ways. That I wish you luck as you move forward with your life. It's gracious that you don't want her to live in despair. Reflect on how little concern she had for your spare when she was choosing to betray you. Where was her grace for you when she had her extramarital sexual relationship that she kept secret from you? Where was her grace for you when she disrespected you and your marriage? How? And why will she do this? She wants to be a great wife, take care of me and be great to me. Why now? Why didn't she then? How did she work on herself about that massive character fold? If any of those answers show the base selfishness and entitlement that are cornerstones of cheetahs, then bail. I set out my requirements to reconcile and my serial cheating husband said no. I think he was even at the end too cowardly to say he wanted to be single/poly. He was that all the years we were married. He just betrayed me and abused my trust to act on it. If you feel like it and you have no obligation since she broke the marriage, go ahead and read Someone Infidelity and come up with your list of requirements to reconcile. She gets one requirement from you: that you try. As hard as it is, you're done, mate. If my situation has taught me anything, it's that my gut was never wrong. I just chose to ignore it. A side note, my STBXW and I have been separated for roughly 5 months, and I'm starting to get date offers. Should I do this? Is the common knowledge that it's a bad idea to date prior to officially being divorced? We have a 2-year-old and have essentially agreed on the terms of an amicable and eventually mediated divorce. There's a reason the phrase "too little too late" applies. If you can't dig deep and realize you love her no matter the things she said or did, then it is over. At that point, you focus on the next step. You do not keep looking at your decision to see if you made the right decision. In your opinion, what was it that changed either in you or her that made her want to come back to you? I assume it didn't work out with the guy she cheated with. It sounds like you're doing great. Keep listening to your gut because you have a smart gut. My cheetah's soon-to-be ex-husband hasn't jumped on the reconciliation train yet, and I'm not sure that he will, but he's been sending some vibes in that kind of tone. And so your strength here is inspiring to me because I know it will hurt and be tempting. If it happens, I'm in the same boat. There were lots of things in retrospect that suddenly have not clearly indicated problems of his integrity, empathy, commitment, and capacity for self-reflection, and above all else, communication, and I either didn't see them, downplayed them, or ignored them. That's on me. I'm guessing that part of the difficulty for you right now is what it'd be for me if I were in your situation. That suddenly soon-to-be ex-husband is displaying what you hoped they would ages ago. Except now it's way too late, and that's the way it is. The more cynical stuff is helpful for you. It may help to remind yourself that even if she seems to have changed her tune now, her refusal to cope to it even when there was proof says a lot about her character. And she's obviously not had a character plant in the interim. As for not wanting her to live in despair, you don't want that because you're a compassionate person, and this is a person that you do and did love. She may live in some despair if she's truly remorseful, but forgive me for not buying that that is the case. Even so, let her actions speak in place of her words. She did not care whether you lived in despair when she cheated on you. Stay strong. You sound like you're doing great and have learned a lot and will make a great partner to the next person who deserves you. She's a cheetah deal breaker to Mumho. I've dated, seen how wonderful being single can be and are making steady progress towards a bright future. Same here. Looking at my soon-to-be wife. I want her gone out of my life. I would have loved to get old together, but she didn't have my back and always her way. Why would I sacrifice so much for her? And she did all for me. Like you got tells you, mine told me I'm an ATM for her, and she doesn't care, and I was right. Time for me to be happy again. We flip-flopped back and forth. Not long ago, I would have killed to hear her say what she's saying now. But then I passed some mental point of no return and stopped giving a f starting taking ownership of my life, dating, and creating a new bachelor life for myself. I wish you the best of luck. Bye. No, man, the gut shouldn't be ignored, and that's where I keep coming back to realizing that I shouldn't betray what I truly know, deep down is the right thing to do. Regarding dating, I used it during separation as a way to try and move past the pain and spare. It works to an extent, and it is thrilling when young, pretty women show attraction to you. Makes you feel loved again, but be careful and keep it super casual. For a lot of reasons, don't go crazy and line up to many dates, like I did, I realized I wasn't ready, and also many women treat first dates like an interview for their next boyfriend/husband rather than just wanting to live in the moment and have fun, so then it becomes an awkward explaining why I'm getting divorced, etc. Yeah, I've already experienced the interview you are speaking of, replete with a follow-up message about how I didn't create the kind of connection she was looking for. It's like, okay. Did you learn how to date by watching The Battle Red? Sadly, they probably do.